up, YouTube? It is Reagan here, and welcome back to my channel. So today we have a special guest. Yes. So today we're going to be all about tummy tuck before and after. I want you guys to kind of know what you're getting into, answer those questions that have been burning inside, because when I had my tummy tuck, I did my research, but there's a lot of things I've noticed during my recovery that I didn't know. And so I am here as the before, and I have my best buddy here, Lisa, as the after.
About 6 years, 7 years after. So
yeah,
we have a good difference of relations to this.
So we are going to hop right into this. Definitely sit down, grab you a snack, because we got ours. Healthy ones. And let's chat it out.
Yeah, and please, if you have any questions yourself, please feel free to reach out. We are definitely not experts. We just have the experience, and I think that speaks volume. You know, not everybody knows somebody who's actually had it, and it's a big decision. So
it really is. One of the best ones that I've made in my life, but definitely one that you have to go in with knowledge. And so that's what we want to share here with you today.
Definitely.
Experience and knowledge. So, tip number 1 for things you need to know before having a tummy tuck. You need to know why you're doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Know your why. Now for me, I have 5 children. I have struggled with kind of being 10 pounds overweight for years and years and years after my kids. I had diastasis recti, which definitely affected bladder functioning. Also just, giving you that permanent like pregnancy look over time. It just was not good. So at the beginning of this year, I decided that I was going to jump into a workout routine, and I was going to lose this 10 pounds, and I was going to just get my body back. And lo and behold, in February, trying to do a plank, I injured my abdominal muscles. I had an abdominal strain that really woke me up to how critical it is to have a healthy core. So I ended up going to see a surgeon to see, is this even possible for me to correct with just diet and exercise? And he fervently told me, absolutely not. This is going to permanently be this way because you have diastasis recti. So my why was to be able to, not only gain the functioning of a healthy core, but then also to kind of get rid of that permanent pooch that we carry around for so long.
Yeah, and for me, I'm actually 52, and I have battled with weight my entire life. I actually got up to over 300 pounds. I was so self-conscious of my weight. It actually, every minute from going into a pool was a thought process, or even walking from my car into a store, I felt like everyone's looking at me. And so when I lost the weight, I felt really good, but then I had that, a good sized flapper. I had sought out different surgeons, and I found one very local to me who was very reputable. Mine again was about 6.5 years ago. I wouldn't change it for anything. It gave me such confidence, and it's amazing, how something like that only but you feel sexy, you feel renewed, like you're given a second chance.
You're given a second chance. That's definitely what I felt after this. I myself am 43 years old, and I had my first child at 16. So I really didn't get to enjoy my body, wearing the 2-piece bathing suit, doing all of those things just because of how things unfolded for me. And so this really does feel like a second chance to really gain that confidence back and get to wear some of the things you've always wanted to wear, and get to, be as strong as you can as a woman.
We do need to empower ourselves, empower us as whole as women, that even as you are, you're beautiful. And and unfortunately we haven't been told that, especially my generation. My time, looks was everything. So we do need to remember, you are beautiful no matter how you are. God doesn't make mistakes. And
rolling into tip number 2, research your surgeon. Do not let cost be your number 1 factor in choosing who's going to do your surgery. Yeah. That is a factor, but don't let it be the number 1 factor.
And remember, you get what you pay for. You can get it done, probably reasonable, But again, you don't want complications, and a lot of people aren't going to go back and fix
Other people's
work.
My surgeon is local, so if anything was to arise, I can literally go to the office and see my surgeon. If you have your surgery in another state, you cannot leave that state until you're done with at least post-op day 3. And if something goes down, no one in your state is going to follow up with what that surgeon has done. Now, let's not even talk about going to another country.
Oh, please.
If you go to the DR or you go somewhere else, yes, you get to save the money. But girl, if you have, or boy, if you have any complication, the surgeons here in the U.S. are not going to touch you. And that's just what I was told from, my resources. So just ensure that cost is not the number one driving factor in choosing your surgeon.
I agree 100%. You get to a point where this is what you decide you want to do, and that's great. And again, do it for you, nobody else. You'll know when this is what you want, then go for it.
Yeah, you'll save your money, you'll make the arrangements, you'll do what you need to do to get what you want, because that's really what life is about, right? Is living with intention. And if you intentionally want to do something to change your body, your situation, you have to have that action. And so whether it be saving the money, whether it be doing your research, you get it done, right? So that is my number 2.
Yes.
Is research your surgeon, because it's super important, because you want someone that not only is going to give you the best surgery possible, but also is going to take care of you throughout the process. I see my surgeon again at my 6-month mark, okay? I am coming up on 3 months in. So that's kind of where we are with that. So
and I saw mine, it was up to a year. Yeah, but they have even where you go in for a massage, that's part of the packaging to help with that tissue.
Yeah.
Because there is a tissue buildup. And so you need that worked out, which, leads into healing and all other kind of things, which I even recommend, which we can talk about a little bit more in another topic, massaging after. Number 1, you need to heal quickly. You need to be in that mindset, not allow stress.
Yeah.
And but I even recommend massages, especially for someone who is good with tissue massage, which she can probably fill you in a little bit more on that. But it will help with the scarring and the healing.
Well, my surgeon definitely does suggest lymphatic massage after your surgery, because all of those lymph nodes that you had in your abdominal area where that incision is have to regrow and reattach, and that takes time. It takes about a year. So all of that swelling or fluid, it can't drain in the areas that it's used to draining, so it can kind of pool around your incision. So lymphatic massage helps with that. And so having someone in your area that can help you with that would be amazing. So I had that here in South Carolina. I'm sure you have it where you are. Just make sure that they understand the technique and are doing it properly.
Exactly. We kind of wonder about the scar, the actual surgery, and it's very, very low. They have mine so close to the pubic bone and right over my thigh. I could wear a bikini and no one would know. Again, when you're done with this, you don't have to ever tell a soul.
Right.
It's such a private thing, and some people are proud to say, but you may be embarrassed to say, hey, I had a tummy tuck, which you shouldn't be.
Yeah,
but do know the scarring is very minimal, and it's very low. I'd be glad to even show you mine. If y'all ever interested, just holler. I even have before and after pictures.
Yes, we'll share those before and afters with you. You guys, I'll show my before and afters here, and I'll show yours here too. We'll do that.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Number 3 is the recovery process.
Yeah.
Now you've had the surgery, you've researched your surgeon, you have your date, you're going through with everything. So what is recovery going to be like? So for me, it took me about 6 weeks to recover. What about you?
Yeah, about the same. Again, I also had, it was a tummy tuck, but mine was also a belt lipectomy, which it goes all the way around. Very similar, it's just a lot more cutting.
Yeah.
So that's, and I actually, we again can discuss a little bit more detail, but you have drain bulbs because the fluid has to be removed somehow.
How many drains did
I
you
had
have?
4.
You had 4 drains.
Yeah.
I had 1 drain, but it seemed like I kept it forever.
So mine went a little bit longer, but again, mine went all the way around.
Yeah.
But again, very similar. I mean, I'd almost consider them hand in hand.
Yeah. So with the drains, I kept my drains up till about week 5. I am a labor and delivery nurse and was able to return to work at around week 6. The week of the surgery or the week after you have the surgery, I would suggest having someone there to help care for you during that time, because this is major abdominal surgery.
Yes, and you'd be so surprised. You lay down on a bed, sitting up is like, I can't even explain. My mom left me alone for a minute, and I thought, hurry up, sneak and vacuum. I couldn't push it. I mean, you use your abdominal for so much stuff that you don't even realize.
You really
and
do.
I went back to work 6 weeks. Now, I worked for a body shop, so I had to do a lot of floor walking. And again, it's such trauma to your body, even though it was good. And you're tight, and just everything was just...
everything's tight.
It is... it's like starting over again. I mean,
really
you really
is.
do. Learning your body and being aware. And you don't want to baby step. I think it's good, personally, to kind of exert yourself a little bit, not beyond the doctor's, opinion. But I think you heal quicker than just laying around.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
You need to start getting mobile as best you can, as quick as you can.
Yeah.
But again, with a doctor's supervision.
Yes.
Like I'm sure you asked before exercise.
Oh, for sure. So, my doctor gave me the clear to, and this is going to be based upon what your surgeon would want you to do, because you have to remember that everybody's recovery is going to be individualized, right? We all have different pain tolerances. We all have different approaches to pain. We all have our differences. So my doctor wanted me up and about at around week 2, getting that light walk in, being able to do chores, things like that. So I was ready to jump right in because, I like to be up. I like to be moving. Everybody
We're both
around
very
me
hyper.
knows. Yeah.
Another thing we didn't touch up on too is that you don't realize, but also the anesthesia and how long you're down. I can't remember how long my surgery was, but I know it was over 4 hours.
Yeah, mine was 3.
It's so important. Your lungs, you need to do, which is so hard. They want you to cough a lot. That's probably, I had to be honest, of anything I had to say about this procedure. Was that
was
when you
hard.
had a cough, I was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I had a pillow that became my best friend. Holding it helped. But it's important that you've got to keep those lungs cleared out. You can get pneumonia and other things.
Yeah. So if you're not coughing or breathing deeply to move those fluids out of your lungs, they pool in your lungs and they start to grow little bacteria and things like that. And you end up with pneumonia. So that is a very important part of the process. If you check out my video before, I had to use the incentive spirometer, which kind of kept me on top of that. I'm sure I coughed a couple of times and cried about it because you are very tight. Like everything feels snatched on the inside, and it's like, it is different, and it will be different for everyone. But that is something that you can expect with that. So the doctor will tell you when you can mosey into physical activity.
And that includes sex.
And that includes sex.
Yeah, I had to actually, again, I had...
Did you have to ask to have sex?
I did. My doctor, like, girl, she's here. We know she's here. But yeah, because it's a physical activity.
It is a physical activity.
And you can tell the age difference. My age, we don't care what we say. But no, you don't think about it, but it is an activity that could harm you because, again, you are...
Yeah, using your abs.
You're using your abs.
Dang nabbit. Okay, using your abs.
So these are things to think about. It's not like forever. And, between us and everyone else, I guess now, I actually was active probably before I should have been, which I even told my doctor that I was, but... I know. What can I say?
What can I say, right?
But I survived. There was no, but I'm just saying there are areas that you do need to be cautious and you need to think about, especially if you have a partner.
Yeah.
Because they need to be aware that there's going to be time you need to heal and that you just may not be up to it, and they need to be supportive of that,
That's amazing. Yeah, so definitely if you have a partner, that might be something that you talk about beforehand. That's one of those befores that, you kind of get that understanding, because you will have drains. You don't know how they're going to feel about the drains being in, all that jazz. So
yeah,
that's definitely something to think about. And then afterwards, sex life might be a little different. Everything with the tummy tuck, you get so many pluses. The first is you get that flat tummy, which is amazing. You get a new belly button, which is even more so amazing, especially when they make it cute, girl.
Yes,
I love mine. And then the next thing is you get that nice little lift of your vagina. That comes along with it, guys. It's just, they got to bring that skin down. Something got to come up.
Exactly.
Something has to come up. So with that, it changes a lot of the...
We're full of surprises. You
I
never
know, right?
You never know.
It changes a lot of the, stuff down in that area. So, sex might be a little different for you. That's one of the things that I have noticed. But it's not different in a bad way. It's just different. Just different.
And you might have to experiment a little bit more and actually find, because, we actually just really started talking about this amongst ourselves and kind of realized some areas, and I was like, oh my God, really?
This part I did not think about. I read about it. I read about there is going to be that little, lift, but I've only heard oh, it's great, it improves things or whatever, but yes, it does improve, but it is different. It is a relearning. It is a new beginning of approaching sex. So, yeah.
Exactly. And, again, there's sensitivities on the outside, forget even the inside. One thing we just found out, which I think really was good for her, and that's why it's good to have this gap of, and time. She still has that numbness and this and that, and this many years later, I still have it. It's nothing alarming at all. It's just, it's a different sensation.
Yeah.
You can feel it. I could definitely, if I close my eyes, I could feel, but it's not as,
pronounced.
Pronounced. Thank you. Great word.
Pronounced.
Pronounced is another area.
So you can feel it, but it's not as pronounced. And so I'm still numb. Up high, I can feel my obliques. Very well. But here in my midsection, it's still diminished. So
and again, this many years later, so is mine.
Yeah.
But it's nothing worse, and it hasn't changed anything.
But I don't want
my
my pooch back.
No.
Please, no.
Now I got a 12-year-old thing going.
So no, I'm not complaining now. I mean, I got, I'm not complaining, but these are just some real things that you need to think about, even not only with that, but I mean, with any kind of, if you have, a breast lift or anything like that, you're changing your body, and so there's going to be a little bit of consequence, a little bit of change in sensitivity in those areas. So just be aware and be mindful of that it will be a new beginning, and it will be an opportunity for you to learn more about yourself and your partner.
Exactly. Yeah. And I promise you, if you're truly excited about this, it's something that you really want to do. Everything's a cakewalk, because your mind is just like, oh, I can't wait to see, the bandages off to see. I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Again, I honestly, sitting here, cannot remember, any reason that would make me never do it again. I'd do it again in a minute.
I'd do it again too. You need someone at the house with you. There will be changes in sensitivity in your body as time goes on. I'm coming up on that 3rd month, and still having some numbness, and she's coming into that 6 years.
Yeah, over 6 years.
Over 6 years, and she's still having a little bit of numbness. So it does get better, but it doesn't totally go away. Another thing that you need to kind of be mindful of is that you will be wearing compression garments after your surgery, pretty much around the clock until your doctor tells you otherwise. So that's definitely something that you have to consider.
Time of year.
Yeah, time of year that you have the surgery. Just kind of keep that in mind. During my recovery period, I did not diet. I didn't change anything. I ate what I wanted to eat. I avoided salt as best as I could.
Yeah, because that is definitely retention.
Yeah.
Water retention, and you don't want that.
No, you don't want that because that's going to add to your swelling. Because remember, we said your lymphatic system has changed in that area where that scar is. So any kind of salt that you take, what follows salt? Water follows salt. So if you eat a lot of salt, it's just going to stay in your tissues and make you puffier, and you don't want that. So I kept to a regular diet, but kept my salt low. So that's not adding extra salt to things during cooking, just eating it as it is. And that seemed to work pretty well. I am now, since I've started back kind of with the workout routine and things like that, have tried to kind of cycle into a lower carb diet. So, and I've just started doing that, and I'm month 3.
And so, for me, in all honesty, in that time after my surgery, I was at my ideal weight, and I felt great. I basically was still living the lifestyle that I was living, and so some of my clients I got where I was sitting a lot, and so I have found over this past year I've actually gained about 47 almost 50 pounds. Visibly, I did not really look like it except for my face, but my stomach still, but there was definitely...
I can tell that you've lost in
it's crazy.
Just the last 2 months, I can tell.
But I noticed I was starting to get puffier. Again, it takes years to get, for fat to, to get there. Yeah. It's not overnight. Like, we don't want to scare you, like, you have a tummy tuck and then you eat pizzas here and there and you're just going to, it takes time for that body that you, pre-had or have to get there, in all honesty. But I got lazy and I kind of sitting a lot, and of course the families, they bring in food. So I just got lazy and I put on some weight, and I thought I was really disappointed in myself, not only because I gained the weight, but I put some money into this tummy tuck, and it's kind of like, I might as well just throw it out the window.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So that's where we're talking about. You need to be prepared to, and you don't have to be that hard, but you need to prepare to make some changes, because it you can go back
to where you were
at.
Yeah.
So I have since actually it's been 8 months, and I lost about 49 pounds.
That's good.
And so
that's amazing.
Again, healthy just should be a way of life. You shouldn't do it just especially if you have family or kids or even your friends care about you. I mean, but with a tummy tuck and all that, it's important because, again, I hate to make it sound that way, but money, you put money to do something to change your life because you're unhappy with something, so why go back to where you were unhappy?
And it goes back to what I was saying earlier about intention and action. So when we place our intentions of feeling better and being better as women, then we bring forth that action that we need to get to our goal. So there has to be a change in lifestyle, okay? Not saying that you have to be diehard, like she said. We have to be gentle with ourselves, but we also have to be real with ourselves. I can't eat 7 donuts, right? I can eat 3 because I did last week. But I can't eat 7 donuts every day and expect that I'm going to maintain a healthy weight, because it gets to a point to where you have to say, okay, well, why? What is my why? Why am I eating like this? Or what am I feeling right now? Am I eating out of emotion? So it is a lifestyle change. Tummy tuck doesn't fix everything. It is a mindset that has to go along with it.
Yeah.
How much am I eating? Am I drinking enough water? Am I eating the right things? Am I adding fruit? Fruit has been a big thing for me here recently. Before the surgery, I didn't eat fruit like that. I ate it sometime, some blueberries, some strawberries, I'm good. But here recently, I find myself craving more fruit and eating more fruit and adding it to my diet, because that's that roughage that's going to keep everything moving and cleaned out.
Exactly.
So it's a total lifestyle shift. And so just be mindful that it's not sucking the fat and then you're gone. or cutting the fat off and then it's done. No, it has to be a mental change of heart, change of mind.
Because trust me, it will hit you so much harder the second time if you allow what you've accomplished to fail, if you decide to go through that, or you have gone through that.
Right.
You know, but again, be nice to yourself. Like she says, you got to be kind. You got to be gentle, because you know, the truth is, we can, you know, we're not promised tomorrow.
No.
And so I can promise you, I have lost so much fun times and good times because I was so conscious of this. I mean, just don't lose, you know, the enjoyment of life because you're so self-conscious. You know, because you're not promised tomorrow, but if you're able to do something to change, to make you feel better, so you can do that. And like she was saying, though, if you're not in the mindset, doing it is pointless.
It's pointless. You have to be in the mindset, and you have to be intentional. That is going to be the name of the game. This video is like intent.
Yes.
If you're intentionally wanting something out of your life, whether it be a weight change, whether it be a situation change, you have to intentionally bring that action forth, because otherwise it's not going to change.
Exactly.
You're just hoping, and hope is not bad, but hope without works, just like faith without works, you know, you can't do it that way.
That was
So
beautifully said, Reagan, and she's sweet. I just
I'm just saying, like, no hope.
No,
like, you
I
know,
agree.
hope is good, but you know, we do have to have that action, you know, and
support.
support.
Find support.
Good
you know,
people.
good people to
Good
support
people.
you in your.
Because I was like, I'm
action.
gonna have a tummy tuck. She was like, I already had it. I was like, yay! So this relationship has been great for me, because it's like, wait a minute, should I be feeling this? Did you go through this? So it's good to kind of have that knowledge, you know, and her already having a tummy tuck done, I felt supported in the fact that I knew I had somebody right close by that kind of knew what I was going
Because
through.
Lord knows, anything that's not normal, you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
is this bad? Is this
Exactly.
okay? You know, so you just need someone to go, it's good. You know, because you know, you're like, I can't wait to see the doctor. Can't wait to see the doctor.
Yeah.
You're obsessed with it.
Yeah.
You know, because you do. You know, anything that's not normal, you freak out.
Mhm.
You know.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that's actually what brought us together. Besides a wall.
I know.
She lives next to me. But again, when we realized just amongst ourselves how exciting it was to know, you know, I felt like I can, you know, be an advocate and be like, you know, hey, let me share with you and help her through this scary time. And I mean, all the way up to the day, I just kept, good luck, you got this.
Yeah.
You know, I just kept, you know, so we thought to ourselves, there's got to be other people out there who are, you know,
nervous about it,
and
because
we're like,
I didn't
someone
know
real.
anybody that had a tummy tuck. Nobody in my family
I don't
has
know
had
nobody.
a tummy. Yeah, exactly.
Everybody I know has got a tummy.
exactly. So I did not know anybody. So sometimes having that you know, support there, or somebody who has already walked the walk before you to kind of give you that knowledge is helpful. And so that's what we hope to be here for you today, and that's why we wanted to do this video. Moving right along, so we talked a little bit about recovery, and we talked about lifestyle change. So are there any tips that you would suggest?
Yeah, I mean, there's
tips
a
that
lot
you-
of several tips. Again, as soon as, you know, and I'm going to be honest with you, again, it depends on where you are. I do go to the gym now, but depending on where you are, I'll tell you right now, when you're 300 pounds, you ain't not working out, okay? I mean, you just don't have it. You can't. But even movement is exercise, okay? That's one thing people don't even realize. Just sitting here, if you're watching TV, little things, movement is exercise, and we're not told that. You think you have to go to the gym. Walking is exercise. You know, so just be active. But especially if you're going to do this, you need to be active, because again, a lot of things are going on, and you need to, you know, you want to better improve. I mean, you obviously had the surgery for a reason.
Yeah.
So, you know, make a new habit, and lotioning that area. It's kind of hard to explain. It's almost kind of like it's a resin, you know, it's sewn together. So you'll have this area of incision, and it needs to be treated. You know, besides the massage we talked about earlier, which will also help kind of break that down, because it is tissue.
Yeah.
lotion will help minimize that over time, kind of like, you know, people do for stretch marks and that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm in love with my cocoa butter right now.
I've gotten to be a lotion girl.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expose it to the sun.
Yeah.
Because it will actually darken.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless you want me to come over with a brown marker and outline it for you, the sun will do that. So, again, if you highlight, you can put the, 50 SPF on it if you felt you had to expose it, or tanning in the bed, or,
So
whatever.
Not exposing that scar to sunlight is a big thing.
Yeah.
For me, if I had a tip, and this is just, my crybaby, because I have to be the crybaby. The compression is everything, right? After the surgery, right? It's everything. It's been 100 degrees this summer.
When she decides to do it. And actually, it was summer when I did mine.
It's been 100 degrees. So I feel like if I would have worn compression before, I have waist trainers. I had the J-Scope belt. You guys know about that. If not, I'll flash it up here so you can see it. The J-Scope waist trainer. I had it in the house. I could have been wearing my J-Scope every day just to get used to being compressed for long periods of time.
Well, like you said, affect your sleeping.
Right. Because you have to sleep in it. You're like 24 hours in compression for weeks, at least 5. Yeah. So that can be difficult, especially when you're trying to breathe. We talked a little bit about how hard it is to breathe and cough and things like that. Mobility can be an issue because it takes your muscles a while to understand that they need to be upright and not like this.
Yeah.
So you have this constant pulling forward of your muscles, which I've talked about several times, because I still occasionally will have that feeling. Like if I'm walking down the hallway at work, I'll feel my muscles pulling. Like, what are we doing? Why are we doing all this work? Because these muscles have been so relaxed over so long that they are still trying to get used to all of the attention that they're getting now.
Yeah.
So, just wearing that compression is an important part of the surgery, and you need to do it, but get used to doing it. So if I had a tip for you, it would be to compress before.
Yeah, and it actually, in all honesty, it is a comfort because it makes you feel together. When you're especially when you had it on for a period of time, you take it off, you feel so, oh my God, I'm gonna fall apart.
You feel loose.
Yeah, you feel loosey-goosey.
It's like, oh God.
But it does give you a sense of security. My plastic surgeon said he knows women that wear, just keep wearing it. I'm like, well, I'll get one in summertime either.
Yeah, I still wear mine to work, and I'm like we said, 3 months in, and I still definitely wear mine to work. I wear it when I'm working out now. But if I'm like today, I don't have it on because I'm just sitting here with Lisa. Yeah. But I'll sleep in it tonight. So I still wear mine.
Yeah. And it does give you, like you said, structure. It actually helps your core to do what it's supposed to be doing. I mean, which I'm sitting here just thinking to myself, I'm slouching, it does promote a better posture, which again will help all that. But, to me, it's the best decision I ever made in my life. It opens up such different avenues. I mean, even your respect from other people. Yeah. It's sad to say, it's the time we're in. But going into a gas station, people about slam the door in your face. Now they hold it open for you. The respect from your bosses. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, heavier people are considered lazy and don't care, or this and that, and so more fit people seem to get the prize. So you do get a lot of attention,
and who knows why that is.
It's sad. It's just how it is.
And like we said earlier, it doesn't matter the size, it doesn't matter where you come from. You all are special, and we all are special and beautiful in our own ways. And that shouldn't be the case, but it is the world we live in when it comes to certain things. So you have to decide in yourself, what is your why, and what do you want your why to be? What do you want it to transition into for you? Some people are happy with their weight right where it is, and that's totally fine, because that is where you are, and that's okay. We accept you right there.
I guess and as far as putting a line under it as a topic, if you're happy It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
If you're overweight and you're happy. If you're overweight and you're not happy, then that's when you need to seek things to make you happy. Whatever it is that you do, if you're not happy is when you need the change. If you're happy, it doesn't matter my opinion, her opinion, nobody's opinion. And I personally will support you. I have been there. I know it. I know what it feels like emotionally. I know what it feels like physically. But that's the whole game. Like if you're happy where you're at, bravo, that's it.
Yeah.
Happy.
But if not, then that's when we come together as a unit and we share these conversations and we support each other. So that is what we want to be here for you guys, is that support. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down below because we're here. We want to answer them.
And I love to hear y'all what you think. And there's stuff that we may not even know.
Right,
the other experiences that people had that we haven't experienced, you know?
Because I've seen a lot of different things on YouTube that were different from what I've been through. So it was good to see. And so we can all kind of link and share those experiences just to give each person a better outlook on what to expect. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, definitely. And I appreciate y'all inviting me into Reagan's World. And,
yes. And so Lisa will be starting her own channel to talk about some of the things as well that we have talked about here today, but in more detail, I'm sure.
And I'm excited. She's going to help me with that. And so until I get there, we're kind of, but what I'm hoping to do is kind of bring in a little bit more of my life experiences. And mine's going to actually, what I want to be dealing more with weight. You know, kind of just different topics, you know, to outside even tummy tuck, you know, the things that I have battled with and things that I have found. There's so much hype in dieting, so just different things we can talk about. I have tried everything in the world. I can share things that worked. For me, again, what I'm doing is immediate fasting. Is that saying it right?
Intermediate.
Intermediate, thank you. I knew I was leaving out a letter. Explain a little bit what that is. So I'm hoping to actually have a great site and you know, and have someone to share. Because unfortunately, I think our world, outside of politics and religion and all that, I think self-image and self-awareness is so huge in everybody.
It is.
No matter what it is, from changing your hair to dieting to whatever. So we just want to be here, you know, become friends and
chat it out.
Girl
talk.
Yeah.
So today is tummy tuck. Tomorrow it might be boys. Who knows?
We never know.
Who knows?
We don't know. We already hit 6. You said we hit 6 for a second. You know.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. So definitely, if you are interested, check her channel out. I will leave the link down below. And as always, thank you so much for your support. All 578 of you today.
Exactly. That's awesome. And again,
so
if you are new to the channel, I mean, she is amazing. And she's come up with new thoughts. I mean, this is new for her too.
It is.
And, you know, and again, we have different reasons that we want to do this, but just because we believe in people and we just think it's just as a community we need to get together and chat. And so subscribe. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button that you see below. And, you know, get her up there, you know. If anything, we just want to be friends. And we want to hear your side.
Definitely. And we want to be here to support you guys.
We need support, too.
Yeah.
You're a ball out.
Yeah, you guys are support for me because I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? And this is what I know about this. You know, I'm just constantly sharing because, like I said earlier, my why for this channel is the fact that I have been through so many things as a single parent with 5 children. So everyone that I saw on channels that was either going to nursing school or trying to do something career-wise had that support of a mate. And it's like a lot of times I felt like, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to get this done? A lot of times in my life I felt that way. And so I started this channel because I know that there's somebody out there. There's somebody else. I'm not the only one that's saying, how am I going to get this done? well, this is how. This is what I did. I don't know if it's going to help you, but I can share my story, and we can do it together.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, we both are. I mean, I actually had to be slapped a few times. I get way too excited. But we do want to hit a lot of topics outside of tummy tuck, and we do hope that you are interested or curious enough to check back in and see what it could be, because apparently we're very spontaneous.
Yes, we are. Yes,
I didn't even expect the sex thing. That kind of just jumped out of anywhere.
It jumped out of nowhere.
But I know it's scary as hell.
Yeah, it is.
You know, especially when you're a female on your own.
We live in a different day and time, but as the females on our own, we have to pull up our bootstraps and get it done some sort of way.
Yeah.
So, you know, having that support. This is not the last time you will see Lisa. And
I hope not.
If you guys want us to talk about something else, or we touched on something that you want more conversation, leave it down below, and we'll chat it up, and we'll come maybe next week or so with another topic.
You know, we want to be real and fun, not just serious. Yeah. You know, so we're trying to figure it out between ourselves so we can be as most helpful to you, and you know, this and that. So we hope to see some subscribers, and hopefully we start seeing some same names, and we can you know, all get to know each other.
Yeah, for sure. So. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
And don't forget, you're beautiful.
Oh, yes, they are. Bye.
Have a good one.